Hello. So today we're going to talk about dressing formally with a hat, and it's one of my favourite things to do. I love dressing up, I adore hats, but it's important to get the rules right if you want to look appropriate and also, of course, glamorous, whether it's a day at the races or a fancy wedding. When you're wearing a hat, there are certain rules that you should apply, and I always think, look at the Queen, or formal occasions like Royal Ascot, for example. The rules are really dictated by royalty. The style rules are passed down by them. If you think about gentlemen in their morning suits or a white tie or even a black tie occasion, there are certain rules in terms of the jackets, the ties, the shirts that work together, and it's really no different for women. And if you look at the Queen, Duchess of Cambridge, for example, if you look at their style rules and follow those, then you will not go wrong. If you're wearing a hat, you're making a statement, and the hat does a lot of talking. So really, you need to make sure that everything else is in keeping with the hat and doesn't fight it. So to start at the bottom with shoes, always a closed-in shoe. To push, you could get away with a sling back, but never ever sandals, no peep toes. Queen will always wear a filled-in shoe. Likewise, the rest of the female royals, you'll never see them wearing sandals. An elegant shoe, no platforms, nothing too fancy that's going to fight with the rest of your outfit, and make sure you can walk in them. A very high heel looks fabulous, but you need to be able to stand and you need to be able to walk in it comfortably, because nothing is going to look less elegant than you all hunched up, or your face is contorted in agony because your shoes are hurting you or you can't walk in them properly. Much better to choose a slightly lower heel and be able to walk properly, shoulders back, head up. That's really important when you're wearing a hat. Don't slouch, keep your head up, particularly if it's a really big hat, because people want to see your face too. So deportment is really important, and that starts with the shoes. So a nice classic court shoe is ideal. So moving on to legs, no bare legs. If you've got bare legs, that's an informal look. That doesn't work with a hat. So if you can't bear to wear tights, you feel them uncomfortable, or particularly in the summer they're too hot, choose fishnets. These are flesh-coloured fishnets, and I absolutely love fishnets. They do everything that tights will do in terms of making your legs look nicer, and importantly, not giving you blisters, which is another thing that can happen if you've got bare legs and you're walking around or standing all day. So flesh-coloured fishnets, when you're wearing them, you can barely tell you're wearing them. It's like you're wearing nothing at all on your legs. So you get all the advantages without the disadvantages, and lovely and cool in the summer. So I'd recommend flesh-coloured fishnets. You can get them from Stockings Direct online, or shops like Accessorize also sell them. I'm also a huge fan of dresses. Very simple, very elegant, simple lines. Again, you don't want to be fighting with your hat. Make sure that the colours are all coordinated, and if you have a good milliner, you can usually get the milliner to match your hat to your dress, as I have done here, and that looks like a complete outfit, like you've thought about it. Ignore people that sneer about try too hard or matchy, because in this case, this is what you want. You want to make it look like you've thought about it and you've made an effort. That shows respect for yourself and also respect for the occasion that you're attending, and it makes it nicer for everybody else who's got to look at you. So simple dress is always good. Modest as well. Don't show too much flesh. This isn't a party that you're going to. This is a formal occasion. So make sure that it's not too short, particularly if you're going to, for example, Royal Ascot in the Royal Enclosure. You'll find there's a dress code there anyway. So they won't let you in if you've got a really short skirt on, or your midriff bared, or no straps. You need to check your dress code before you go. But also it looks more elegant. If you're wearing a hat, you're wearing high heels, a longer hemline is always going to be flattering and look grown up, but also sophisticated and glamorous too. So a simple dress. If you've got bare arms and it's chilly, I'm a huge fan of pashminas. I quite often take 2 or 3 if it's a cold day and layer them, and you can wrap them around or carry them as you want to, and it doesn't spoil the look of your dress. Alternatively, choose a dress and jacket. That's always a good combination, or even a dress and a short coat perhaps. That's a lovely combination if you think it's going to be cooler. In terms of jewellery, again, less is more. You don't want to be wearing statement jewellery. Earrings definitely are good, but studs, small studs, pearl studs are excellent. They go with everything. It's elegant and understated, and again, it's not going to fight with your hat. Similarly, no necklaces, too much going on around the head. A brooch is good if you're wearing the right kind of dress or jacket where it will work, if you want a little bit of extra bling. And even a bracelet, but again, a very fitted bracelet if you must, and discreet, not ring again. I mean, I have a small cocktail ring here, which is pink. I've also got pink stud earrings, just to pull the colour scheme together, but no huge cocktail rings either. It's just too much. Coming to the hat, make sure that your hair works with your hat. Nothing looks worse than someone who looks like they've just plonked the hat on their head as an afterthought, particularly if it's a very large hat. If you've got long hair, put it up. I put mine up here. You can see I've got it in a loose French pleat at the back. But whatever style you choose, make sure it works properly with your hat. So long hair, you can at least tuck it behind your ears, but maybe if you can't put the whole lot up, or if you don't want to, put the front up, pull it back, so that you can see the hat, you can see your face, and it all works together. If you've got long hair hanging around your face and you put a hat on top of it, especially a big hat, your face just disappears and it just doesn't look smart. So do something with it. Chignon also can work really well. Just in a ponytail at the back of the neck and just wrap it around. That's very, very elegant. So just a little tip on putting your hair up. If you curl it first as tightly as you can, you'll find it's much easier to style it because you've got a lot more movement and body in the hair, and you can manage it much more easily. You can see that I've got quite a sort of curly updo here, and it's actually quite easy to do once I've curled it, and I can just roll it into a pleat and then pin it in place and let some of the sort of movement and the curls come out, and it's actually surprisingly quick to do and easy to do as well. So anyway, I hope you feel that those tips are useful, and I hope if you follow them you'll feel fabulous and you'll have a lovely time. So enjoy the season, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.